Hello everybody and welcome back to this tutorial, and what we are going to do right now is we're going to take a look at some of the functions in using dictionaries, such as for example items, keys and values. Now we did the same for lists. For example, we saw some of the functions that are used in order to manipulate lists. Right now we're going to take a look at some of the functions that are used so we can manipulate actual dictionaries. So open up your idle once again. Let's open it up right here and launch this. And basically what these functions allow us is to retrieve certain desired elements similar to the lists, as I said before. So for example, to get values from dictionary, we can use values function. So let's say we have an age dictionary, age_dictionary, that will have an actual key as a name of a person, and the value will be the age of a person. So let's say Jack, our usual Jack, is 30 years old. Let's say John is 5 years old. Let's say Jane is 20 years old. And let's say Adam is, for example, 15 years old. Okay? So we got our age dictionary with different names and different value or different ages for certain person. And what we want to check right now is for every value in age dictionary, we want to print that value. So basically, we're only going to print the age. So we can use a for loop to do that. So for value, which is going to be our counter, or basically, yeah, it's going to be some kind of a counter. For value in age_dictionary dot values, which is the function that will help us retrieve the values from our dictionary, we want to print that value. So print value. If I just press here enter, you can see that we only get the actual output of the ages stored in our dictionary. So same thing we can do with the keys. So if you just type here for key in age_dictionary dot keys, which is a function that will help us retrieve the keys, we can print that certain key, which will print all the names in our dictionary. As you can see right here, we got Jack, John, Jane, and Adam. Okay? But if you, for example, wanted to, let's say, print these together, you also wanted to print the name and the actual age in a certain line, you can do that with the items function. So for each item in age_dictionary, dot items, two dots, let me just find where it is. Okay, so right here, two dots, we want to print that item. So this is all the same. You can see right here, we're going to get the actual key and the value from our dictionary, as you can see right here. Okay, but one more thing, you can also combine and store in two different variables. What I mean by that is basically you can type something like this. So for person and age, so you can do that for person comma age in age_dictionary dot items. What this basically right here will do is it will store the first part or the first element, which is Jack, into the person variable, and the second element, which is 30 years, into the age variable. So we'll have two separate variables containing the keys and values. So you can do this without actually doing all this stuff that we did before. So for person and age in age_dictionary.items, we can print, for example, let's say the age of, then space, we can concat that to the person plus, then to open single quotes, is, and we can actually concat the age itself. Just make sure that the age is actual string value of age, because otherwise it will not print. And press here enter, and we can see right here the age of Jack is 30, the age of John is 5, the age of Jane is 20, and the age of Adam is 15. Okay, so one more thing before we actually conclude this video, which was rather short. You can also use function get, which is inbuilt function, to select certain key or value from the dictionary. What the get function does is basically it will take two arguments, one of which is the key of the value in dictionary, and the second one is the value that it will return if the key doesn't exist. So let me show you what I mean by that. Let us say, for example, person name is an input, so we prompt the user for this. Enter name. And let's say we enter the name Adam, so we're interested in Adam technically. We want to actually find out how old is Adam. And then we can print the age of plus the person name, which is our variable storing the input information that we prompted to the user, is plus the string, and then by the person name we are going to select the actual value from the dictionary, so string from the age dictionary. Now the reason why we are using string is because we're returning an integer value, so we have to convert it. Age dictionary.get, and in the brackets, as I said before, the get function actually takes two inputs. One of those is the actual key value, which is person underscore name, and the other one is what value will it retrieve if that person doesn't exist. Now, since we know that the person exists, it will retrieve 15, but if the person doesn't exist, let's say we retrieve -1. That way we can actually let users know that that person doesn't exist because nobody is -1 years old. Okay, and then we can actually plus the years because we are printing a statement. So let me just see right here. The age of Adam is 15 years. Okay, and now let's do the same thing just by specifying the wrong name to see what it will say. Let's say we use Jessica because she is not in the actual list, or pardon me, in the dictionary. And then we will copy this right here. We will not change anything right here because we can leave it as the same print statement. And you can see the age of Jessica is -1 years because Jessica is not in this actual dictionary right here. So basically I just wanted to show you that in this video what we took a look at is the keys, items, and values function, also as the get function from here. So we took a look at some of the functions used to actually manipulate with dictionaries, and I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and I hope I will see you in the next lecture. Bye!